On this week's episode of BJ in the Morning, we're going to take a trip to the overworld. Talking about Minecraft. Let's go. Welcome to BJ in the Morning.
I'm just really confused on what you were doing right now.
It's my Jack Black impression.
Oh.
Welcome to BJ in the Morning.
You gotta like mispronounce one of the words, like your name.
Welcome to BJ in the Morning.
That's Dracula. Yeah.
Welcome to BJ in the Morning. This is your favorite Dirty Name podcast with even dirtier takes on movies, TV, and pop culture. I'm Juan.
I am Brendan.
And
that was my Jack Black.
Before we get started, I just wanted to say that we should tell our viewers / listeners to go ahead and follow us on Instagram and TikTok
at
BJ in the Morning _.
And if you're not watching on YouTube, go over to YouTube at
BJ in the Morning podcast.
And make sure you're dropping those sick follows.
And
subscribe.
Hit that bell.
And like the videos. That's a lot. We're asking a lot.
I just wanted to do that at the start.
At the start?
Yeah.
We'll do another one at the middle and at the end.
And when the camera's off and we're done recording,
we'll just do it for fun.
Do it again just for fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, today we're talking about Minecraft.
Specifically, a Minecraft movie.
And the reason why I wanted to talk about Minecraft, or we wanted to talk about Minecraft, is... how did I say before? Is it gas or is it pass?
Yeah, gas or pass.
Gas or pass on the Minecraft
movie.
On a Minecraft movie.
That's the title.
So we're here to let you know our opinions on this movie, on whether it's worth watching.
I guess.
If you haven't seen it yet, you better stick around to the end to find out.
Gas or pass.
Gas or pass.
Gassed or passed.
Passed.
Gassed is the flying things from the movie and the game. The gassed.
Right.
That's what they're... Anyways, I'm going to put that in the title.
Here's another thing. I have never played Minecraft.
Never?
Never. Well, when we lived together a long time ago, I played it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, so I played Minecraft on the Xbox 360 when it came out on the consoles. We were in high school. But it had been out for a while before then. But I didn't really play PC games, so I didn't play a lot. But our good friend Artie, he was like, you need to play. So we played a lot in high school. And then didn't play it again for months, years even. Played it some more when we were all living together. And then didn't play for years. And then I think I just get in these spurts where I'm like, yeah, that sounds fun for a bit. But the last couple times I've tried to play this game, I feel like I am outside the demographic. I'm older.
It's been around for that long?
It's been around for a long time, yeah.
Wow, and it's still ultra popular.
Yeah, it's one of the most popular video games of all time.
Wow.
It's like Minecraft and Fortnite are fighting for the top spot. So we're just waiting for the Fortnite movie now.
Yeah. So let's jump into the movie. We're talking about the movie specifically. We're not really talking about the game.
Right.
But we will talk about, or Brendan will talk about, similarities between the two or references and so on.
If I feel like it.
But this movie was written... Who was the director? What's his name?
Jared Hess.
Jared Hess.
Where would we know him from?
He's
Two specific... Sorry.
He's the director of Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes, and Nacho Libre.
And Nacho Libre.
And now, bringing Jack Black back for a Minecraft movie.
So we have Jack Black as Steve. We have Jason Momoa, heavy hitter.
Oh, yeah.
As Garrett Garbage Man Garrison. Is he a real character?
No.
Or he's just made up?
Made up for the movie.
Made up. We have Sebastian Hansen as Henry. Also made up.
Yep.
Emma Myers as Natalie.
Made up for the movie.
Made up also. And Danielle Brooks as Dawn.
Made up for the movie.
Before moving on, Danielle Brooks, she's great.
Yeah.
Anything I've seen her in, she's really good. She's funny.
She's funny, yes.
I didn't feel a reason for her to be in this movie. Nor did I for the sister as well.
We can talk more about this when we get into the actual movie.
Okay.
Because she was I know her most from Peacemaker.
Orange is the New Black.
I never watched that show, but I definitely watched Peacemaker, so that's where I know her from the most. And I thought she was great in that, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about 2025's A Minecraft Movie with the cast that you just broke down for us. All of them are our main characters.
Right. All of them.
All of them.
They're all the main characters.
All of them are
They all have, I wouldn't say a story arc, but they have...
No, they're set up to be the main characters.
All 5 of them.
But 2 of them, as you were hinting to, don't.
We could have had this movie without them.
True.
Or it could have been more of a Jumanji type of thing, and the kid gets sucked into the overworld by himself, or Jason Momoa and him, or whatever the deal is.
I have a theory that I'd like to put out at the end, like maybe a rewrite, as we would.
Okay.
That I think would have made the movie better.
Now let me ask you this question.
Okay, ask me the question.
Steve did not talk in the game.
Right, Steve's the character you play as.
Nor did he have a personality.
Right, he's you.
No, he's not
the character you play in the game.
Right. So
there are other characters like
the director casted Jack Black and just said, "Be Jack Black."
Basically, because it's you playing Minecraft, right?
Yeah.
And Jack Black is at his most Jack Black in this movie, I think. He is just playing himself. The joke I made earlier about mispronouncing words, it's in this movie all over.
Yeah.
It's just how he does it. The random sounds that Jack Black does, the random singing and breaking out into song, that's it, right? It feels like someone playing a video game.
Yeah.
Which I think
was the idea.
But again, these are final thought kind of things. Because I have a lot I want to say about this movie, but I feel like maybe we should just go down and talk about what other people felt about the movie, and maybe break down the movie a little bit. Quick cliff notes.
Cliff notes.
Yeah,
Spark Notes version.
It's not an extra large episode like our Madam Web episode.
That was 2XL.
I guarantee all of our Bad Movie Summer episodes are gonna be that long. This is not one of those episodes, so let's talk about some stuff about
critics.
this movie.
What do the critics have to say about this movie?
Let me break the critics down for you, because I don't want to railroad your episode idea.
No, it's totally fine.
You're like, I hate reading off my phone so much.
Yeah, because then I sound like a freaking dumbass. So go ahead, tell us about the critics.
All right, so People Magazine, quote, "I spent the entirety of the 1 hour and 40 minutes truly laughing out loud. Jokes geared toward me, the 47-year-old mom, while my kids laughed alongside me at the Minecraft-specific jokes." That's good praise.
All right.
Vulture highlights Jack Black and Jason Momoa's high-energy performance with clever humor, calling it a comedic delight. Variety/Rotten Tomatoes. First reactions, a Minecraft movie never stops goofing on itself, and that's appealing. In parts, it had me laughing out loud. Will have folks splitting their sides with laughter as fast as blocks are broken. Some high praise right there, right?
Yeah.
I do have some mixed but fun ones as well. From Kotaku, The first 20 minutes contain some genuinely great jokes. Jack Black becomes part of the story. Early on, it was looking good. I'm guessing their review changed. And IMDb from Specular Potato, it was surprisingly funny. And the Technoblade reference was cool. Most people went to this movie because of the meme of Chicken Jockey, which caused riots to basically break out in theaters. Good for the theaters to make all that money on people just throwing popcorn around. Bad on those people, though, for making those people who work at the theater clean it up. Jack Black and Jason Momoa shine in their roles, even if some find it too over the top, especially Jack Black. Reddit loved the absurdity, especially trailer lines and hype around Jack Black's performance. So lots of different kinds of reviews, mostly talking about who?
Jack Black and Jason Momoa. Or Jack Black.
In general, right? But we both recently watched this movie. Mm-hmm. I took notes. I got some notes from the internet just to make sure my notes were noteworthy. Mm-hmm. And we have them.
Yeah.
Shall we start going through bits of this movie real fast?
First, tell me just like a brief. What are your reactions to this movie?
When I first saw the trailer, I said, "Why?"
That's exactly what I said.
When I actually watched, that was when I saw the announcement of the trailer, right? Mm-hmm. Why? And then the cast list, and I'm like, Jack Black again? Yeah. Like, I love Jack Black. I've been a fan of Jack Black since like the first time I saw him, like in The Cable Guy. Mm-hmm. I love Tenacious D. I liked him as Bowser, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That was fun. But like, we don't need Chris Pratt and Jack Black in every single video game movie. We just don't. I think...
And now, Pedro Pascal.
But he's not in every video game movie.
But he's in everything. So he's going to bleed into... he's going to bleed into the video game world.
True. But that was my first reaction was, I don't want this. Mm-hmm. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Why are we doing this?
Right.
And then the first trailer dropped with actual clips from the movie and everything like that. And I felt like it just looked exactly like the Mario Brothers movie.
I felt like when I saw the trailer, I still was asking why. Mm-hmm. Why do we need this movie? Why are they making this movie? Who even wants to see this movie? But Children. I also didn't realize how huge this game is.
Yeah.
But my first reaction is that it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Although I did not know the references or the characters really. Mm-hmm. It was fun to watch, but it's definitely geared towards children.
Right.
I thought that it wouldn't be, especially with how old the game is. Mm-hmm. Like I thought that they would be, target audience, us, millennials, people who played it back then.
But I think with how the Minecraft game is, it is still a children's game. It's very low violence. It's colorful and bright and easy to pick up. So I think the game being geared still towards children makes sense. There are jokes in the movie that are more geared towards adults, humor that kids might not understand. But honestly, a lot of those jokes were like so in your face that it almost didn't work for me. But I really, again, I want to save a lot of what I have to say to the end of the movie.
Okay.
But why don't we jump into Act 1 of the movie, which is everything happening in the real world. So how we get to the Minecraft of the movie, right? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna open with a little kid walking into the mines, but he's not allowed in the mines.
You get out of here!
And that kid is Steve. And he isn't allowed in the mines, gets chased off by an old guy, and then waits 30 years to come back to go to the mines after doing the one thing that he hated doing growing up. But guess who's at the mines? That same old guy.
30 years later.
But But he jukes him and runs into the mines, and he's mining all day. And he did say the one line that's from the meme of this game, which is, "I yearn for the mines." That's a meme. Let me tell you how many times I've seen that meme. Probably if I put in a still into the editing of this video.
I do like the creation of the backstory on how Steve got to the overworld.
Right, so he's mining. He's mining.
He's mining.
He's mining.
He's mining. He's actually mining, not
He's
just
actually mining. And he finds the orb, which is a cube, but it's the orb.
Yep.
Running joke of the movie, by the way. It is the orb of dominance, and it needs the earth crystal. They
Also
go
cube.
together, and they open the portal to the overworld, where Steve runs in and is immediately just like, "Yep, this is okay."
He's not scared at all.
Not scared at all. Not freaked out by the rectangular bees, the rectangular and square pink sheep.
And is immediately building stuff.
Yeah, immediately knows exactly what to do. Which, honestly, this whole segment of the intro, this montage per se, feels very Jared HAST, right? The director, right? That's his name. Jared HAST. I doubted myself hardcore, even though I've read all these notes so many times. It feels very like Napoleon Dynamite-esque. It feels very like Nacho Libre-esque, right? It's how you feel when you start playing Minecraft, where you're like, I can build this really crappy house, and then you're like, wait a second, I can do better. And then you build these crazy towns and villages and all these things, right? But I love that opening montage so much. Like, it feels like those Napoleon Dynamite moments where you're like, yep, this is going to be one of those types of comedies. Let's just touch on these things real fast, right? We see Garrett, the garbage man, Garrison. He is an ex-famous video gamer from the 80s.
Yeah.
And he's washed up, broke, and he's losing his business. And he needs to make money now. Then we cut to Henry and his sister Natalie, who are moving to this tiny town in Idaho. Idaho's a reoccurring thing for Jared HAST because Napoleon Dynamite takes place in Idaho. They're moving to this town, and she goes, "Mom's dying wish was for us to live here. And get over it."
The sister seems dangerously young to be...
She's an indeterminate age between 14 and 22.
Yeah, I'm like, she seems pretty young to be like, this is my brother, we just got this 14. House and we moved to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he's 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, they're moving in and they meet Dawn. She's a realtor. She runs a zoo business on the side. Yep. Because she needs more money. So Garrett, the garbage man.
Yep, garbage man. Yep.
Garbage man needs more money. Dawn needs more money.
The kids obviously need money.
So Henry, super creative. That's his thing. He draws things and makes things, and apparently he can build a functioning jetpack out of school supplies.
Yeah. He's very smart.
Very smart. But also, I love everything that goes on in this opening sequence when it's the real world feels exactly like the humor that Jared HAST has with like Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. And I almost wish that this part of the movie was the movie. Like, everything that happens with the bullies and like the craziness of Jennifer Coolidge being the principal and like all those things, those antics, this crazy potato chip factory thing, that seems more interesting to me than Minecraft. Because this part of the movie feels like the director got to shine, and it feels very much his movie. Until we get to
almost Ferris Bueller's Days Off kind of vibes.
Almost, I could see that. Yeah. Yeah. But let's fast forward a bit.
Let's
fast forward. Let's get into some final thoughts about... let me throw my phone against the wall over here. After watching this movie, how did you feel, Juan? And what was your takeaway from this movie? We didn't do a full deep dive like we did for Madam Web. Again, this is different. We're getting into our feelings, and then at the end, we're going to do GHAST or past.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sticking with that.
GHAST or pass?
Yeah, because the ghasts are the flying that shoot
So,
the fireballs.
my first thought, as soon as the credits are over, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
And like I said before, it's definitely geared towards children.
Right.
So it is a children's movie. But there are some really good children's movies that I can watch over and over and over again. Right. Is this one of them?
Imagine this. 3 whole days of comics, cosplay, collectibles, panels, and endless fandom fun.
What are we talking about?
Tucson Comic-Con 2025. And that's August 29th through the 31st at the Tucson Convention Center.
You and your pals in your best cosplay, browsing awesome merch, and rubbing elbows with some amazing guests.
And the best part?
Getting out of the heat?
No! Early bird passes are available now, and they're only $50, but only until July 1st.
That's right. 3 days for just $50. So gather your friends, plan your cosplay, and get ready to geek out.
Head on over to TucsonComicCon.com. That's TucsonComic-Con.com. Or find Tucson Comic Con on Instagram to grab your passes now.
Tucson Comic Con 2025.
We'll see you there.
See you there.
We'll see you there. I'll see you there.
I'll see you there.
We'll be there.
Be there, be square. I wouldn't say so.
No?
I mean, I would watch it again, especially now that we've talked about it, and I want to refresh my memory again a little bit, and maybe there's some things that I missed now that you explained
something.
Some of the like
very quickly.
Some of the references,
Easter eggs, references,
Easter
all
eggs.
that stuff.
But I mean, not for me.
Not for you.
It's not for me.
So my first impressions when I was sitting there watching the movie. Again, like I said earlier, I think the first half of the movie or first 30 minutes, whether it's in the real world, is a more interesting movie to me than what we got. I think the director got to put his brand of humor and the way he shoots things that I think is really fun and really funny. It just felt like another movie in the world of Napoleon Dynamite, almost, with the like bully kids in the school and the tater tot pizza and all that stuff. It felt familiar in a refreshing way because Napoleon Dynamite is so old now. The Minecraft world itself, it does not look like Minecraft to me as someone who has played the game. It looks like the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I feel like there's a better movie with this IP that we almost got, but I can see why they didn't go the route that I would have gone as if I was someone with power, you know?
Yeah, like if I
was a studio head,
yeah,
I would have been like, no. So for me, it's not for me, even as someone who played Minecraft back in the day.
You also have to think, though, for a movie, you have to make it visually appealing,
right, to
everybody, not just the people who have played the game and people who want to see it the way you play it in the game.
Yeah, there's a fine line between how your imagination fills in the gaps and what the game actually puts out.
But also, you're my kid.
No, I'm not.
You're my kid.
No, I'm not.
Just pretend.
Oh, it's a bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're my kid.
Hi, Dad.
We're going to go watch the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
And I've never seen Minecraft in my life.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Diamond pickaxes.
Can you shut up? The movie's about to start.
You sound like a dad.
And then you see Minecraft. and it is the Minecraft graphics.
Yeah.
Dad's gonna be like,
Ugh.
what the fuck?
Hey!
Sorry. It fits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the kid's gonna be like, oh yeah.
You said a bad word, Dad?
Shh.
Movie starting. I get what you're saying. It needs to be visually appealing, but a lot of it just did not look like the source material. And if you're making a movie based on something, it should look like that something, because this is almost on the verge. Like, there's a lot of it that looks like the game, but it's like there's so much of this movie that doesn't fit the game's vibes, and it's almost like it's teetering on the line of the old Mario Bros. Movie, or like old video game movies where they're like, this game that worked and everyone loved, let's change it to make it work better for a movie, which breaks it.
But then like the new Super Mario's movie,
It's the game.
was successful because it is the game.
Yeah. That being said, the visuals are nice to look at, but it is all just digital green screen. They built some sets. There's some stuff that looks really good because it's practical, but it is just a CG heavy, brightly colored thing. For the last
which is also
hour.
Brings up the question: why did you decide to make this movie when the game
Has no story.
Has no story. It's about you walking around and mining and crafting.
So the game really focuses mostly on your creativity. Like, you're out in this world surviving. You can do almost anything in this world, right? And I think the movie tries really hard to have this moment where it says, we don't like creativity in the real world.
I never felt a climactic part of this movie.
It's when they win.
I understand that is the climax in the movie, but I never felt it. Sometimes you can feel it.
Right.
You can see it. You know that it's like, this is the biggest part of the movie.
Right. You had the moment where you're like, oh, it's over?
Yeah. Oh, whoa. They win.
They did it.
They won.
Yeah, because they set up too many main characters. And I'm going to start touching on what I was saying at the beginning now. I think there's a better movie here with just Steve and Jason Momoa's character, the Garbage Man. If them two were just stuck in this game world as two adults trying to figure it out, I think we could have had a buddy action cop type of feel in this world where they can create anything, where you have a guy who played video games in the 80s and has no idea what's going on anymore, and then a guy who's lived in this world for so long. But I know the people who made this movie sat down and said, this is a children's movie. Children needs to be the main character. So they added Henry, but didn't make him an actual character. His whole thing is he's creative. But there's Steve, whose whole thing is that he's creative. But Steve has a problem where his creativity forced him into a world where he is in control of everything. He can make whatever he wants, and he forgot the real world exists. Henry is just a kid.
Yeah.
Who hasn't grown up yet. So is he like Steve as a kid, and they had to have both?
It's almost like they were trying to set up Henry to be the new Steve.
Right.
But then that didn't happen.
Right. But I think Natalie and Dawn have no right being in this movie except to make reactionary faces to what's going on.
And to find Dennis again.
They don't even need to do that because Dennis can smell.
But that's what they did.
That's all they did. But I think Jason Momoa steals this movie. I think he's the best part of this movie. Jack Black the entire time is making fun of this movie while being in this movie, but it's more like he's making fun of being in the game. Because it's the stupid things like, oh, if you put this here and you hit it with a hammer, it makes this. Oh, that's a chicken jockey. Oh, that thing? That's a thing that happens when you put lava on chicken. It cooks the chicken.
He's the guy to let you know that he knows what to let the characters know what's going on. He's the guy to let us know
as parents
what's going on.
But I think this movie's great for kids. Jason Momoa has some of the best jokes in this movie. Jack Black is Jack Black in this movie. They feel like they're playing a video game.
Yeah.
The kids, Natalie, Henry, I don't see why they needed to be in this movie other than we need a kid to be the main character. And then Dawn. She's there.
She's there.
So that's...
And she makes a zoo.
That's how she built... We built a zoo. What's that movie?
Built a zoo.
What's that movie? We have a zoo. We built a zoo.
The Zookeeper?
No. Anyways... Moving on. This movie for me, as just solo, just me, someone who played the game. It's fun in parts. It's funny. It makes fun of itself as it goes along. But in all honesty, I don't want to watch it again. I just don't. Is it worth one watch? Yes. So I think that makes it a GHAST.
GHAST, then passed.
GHAST, and then make your own decision. I think going forward from here on out is a pass from me, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Passed.
For sure.
How about you?
I agree. I probably will watch it again, like I said, after talking about it and knowing some more things that I can look out for or watch for. But like I said, it was fun. It was a fun movie to kind of just put on.
Yeah.
Visually appealing. So, GHAST, then passed.
Yeah, and maybe I'll feel different about it if I watch it again.
Probably not. It's really not the kind of movie to... It doesn't hold a lot of...
Weight,
yeah.
Yeah, there's no plot. There's no plot.
There's no plot.
But if you want to watch Jason Momoa at one of his best comedic roles, I think this is it. And I just want to shout out Jason Momoa for being one of these hardcore wrestling dudes who came over and just said, I want to be fun and silly and have a good time, and not like The Rock, who's not allowed to be in a movie where he can't take his shirt off.
Right.
He's got to be the biggest dude in the movie.
Well, he is. Usually.
Why? Jason Momoa came in a friggin' pink studded leather jacket.
Yeah.
And said... I don't remember the line where he's like, Buenos dias. It means see you later.
Yeah.
It's great. He's great in this movie.
Yeah.
I wish the movie was about him. He's the main character.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. So it's a past?
It's a GHAST then passed. That's what I'm going to say.
Watch it once.
Watch it one time.
We're here for the heavy-hitting opinions on movies.
Watch it once and then call it good.
And call it good.
And my knees are out again, by the way.
Huh?
My knees are out?
Your knees are out again.
Again.
While you're here, and while we're finishing up, while we're slowing down, go ahead, if you're watching on YouTube, go down below, write a comment, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't. If you're listening on any of your favorite podcast listening apps, like Spotify or Apple, hit subscribe, follow us, leave a comment on Spotify. We get those notifications. We want to read out your comments.
Yeah.
Someone recently put out, I should have pulled it up ahead of time. I believe it's from Music Lopez. I don't know who this person is, so that makes it even more fun. But they left a comment on our Madam Web episode from last week that says, in recognition of their suffering of watching Madam Web, drop a 5-star, a comment, and check out other platforms. These poor boys suffered so much. And I just want to shout them out and say thank you for that. We did suffer. And I suffered a lot editing the video, and Juan's suffering a lot trying to find clips.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But also, I'm going to put out a challenge for everyone listening. If we can get 15 likes on the video on YouTube, I'm going to make Juan play Minecraft with me.
15 likes.
That's it. It's a super easy goal. 15 likes 15 likes.
15 likes, and I play Minecraft.
And we'll do we'll make a video of it.
All right, sounds good.
It's not gonna just be for us.
15 likes.
15 likes. Juan's gonna drive to my house for a change.
15 likes on the YouTube.
On YouTube. So do that. Go over there and do that. And just remember, first we mine, then we craft. And thank you for listening to this week's episode of BJ in the Morning. I am Brendan.
And I am Juan the Trash Man.
The trash bag?
The trash bag. We'll talk to you next time.
Yep, that's how we end it.
I lost it. I tried to make a joke and I lost it.